Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of SWTV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. Now through the September long weekend, the highways will be busy with motorists traveling to their vacation destination. And with the excitement of the road trips, you may be tempted to exceed the speed limit to reach your desired camping spot. Over the past several weeks, a number of fatal drownings have occurred across Saskatchewan, reminding us again of the importance of water safety year-round. Summer is a busy time for the entertainment circuit, and entertainers from across Canada brought their one-act productions to the Swift Current stage for the annual Chautauqua Festival. Thanks for joining us here today. The summer season is a busy time out on the highways, and RCMP are again reminding you to stay alert behind the wheel. Now through the September long weekend, the highways will be busy with motorists traveling to their vacation destination. And with the excitement of the road trips, you may be tempted to exceed the speed limit to reach your desired camping spot. Look at a map while driving, or even make a call or text on a handheld cell phone. Moves which could put your life and that of others in danger.
Distracted driving, we found, is a major factor with some of our collisions on our highways. As soon as you start texting on the highway, you're taking your eyes off the roadway. As soon as you end up, we're looking at 3 or 4 seconds, but that is enough to end up increasing your chances of being involved in a collision by 40 times.
Seatbelts save lives, and you're reminded to wear your seatbelt and ensure everyone else in the vehicle is buckled in safe. Summer is a busy season for road construction, and you're advised to obey the posted speed limit of 60 kilometers or less when traveling through these areas. By obeying the speed limit, refraining from using alcohol or drugs, and staying focused on the road, you can ensure everyone has a safe summer of traveling. And data from Saskatchewan RCMP indicates 161 traffic fatalities in 2012. To the end of June this year, 49 fatalities have already occurred on provincial roadways. Every community in Saskatchewan plays a key role in the province's success. The assets of these communities help define their identity. And when properties are overlooked and not maintained, it reflects poorly on the community as a whole. Along with playing an integral role with assisting businesses, Community Future Southwest also helps communities with local beautification projects to increase their value. Community Future's General Manager John Parker explains the program.
We choose a number of communities on an annual basis where they can receive up to $2,000 to do a community beautification program. That might be cleaning up their cemetery, playground equipment, a whole variety of things. Last year we had a large number of them because of the 100th anniversaries and everything coming up. So we approved 19 projects last year.
One of those projects was the community swimming pool in the town of Shaunavon. In desperate need of a facelift, the popular summer destination for local residents was becoming an eyesore over the years. The town's Director of Wellness and Leisure outlines the outcome of the beautification project and how Community Future Southwest played an integral role.
Well, it's very helpful. When you think of recreation and especially the swimming pool, it's always a loss for communities, so it doesn't look favorably when you keep asking for money. So with the Community Futures grant, it helped out tremendously. We have put in the sinks, new taps, new mirrors, new countertops, all in both the men's and ladies' washrooms. Then we painted the whole building except for the ceilings. That was done this year.
Another community taking advantage of the beautification program is the village of Rush Lake. The community project focuses on its cemetery, where since its first interment in 1913, the site has slowly lost its property value over the years. Carol Furman is the coordinator of the Rush Lake Cemetery Beautification Project and noticed the decline in the cemetery property. The project is focused mainly on its custom entrance, with future hopes of expansion. Furman explains why forming a local interest group was crucial in accessing the necessary funds for the project.
People in the community were starting to comment about the state of the cemetery, so we decided to form a group. even the tax base is very little in the village of Rush Lake. It's very small, and they have difficulty looking after something like that. So that's why we needed to form a group to try and raise some money and do the work. There just isn't that money in small communities.
Thanks to Community Future Southwest, beautification projects such as Chautauqua Swimming Pool and Rush Lake Cemetery are adding value to their communities. If you have a community project that requires funding, contact Community Future Southwest today. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Presented by Standard Motors, in partnership with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. Drownings are a common occurrence during the summer months across the country. And despite this fact, people are still not wearing their life jackets. We have more in this report. Over the past several weeks, a number of fatal drownings have occurred across Saskatchewan, reminding us again of the importance of water safety year-round. Therefore, as you head out to the lake or the local pool to enjoy another hot summer day in the sun, you're reminded to play it safe in the water.
With the amount of water that we've had this spring and that's kind of been sitting around for the last few years, even lakes that we're familiar with can change from week to week, if not day to day. So making sure we know the depths, making sure we know the temperature, making sure we know that we're swimming in areas that are safe to swim in, and that we're not going into places where we're not necessarily familiar with right away.
And along with knowing your comfort level in the water comes the fact that everyone, whether a novice or experienced swimmer, should wear a life jacket when out on a boat or other recreational vehicle.
Well, the biggest myths out there definitely are two. One, that people say they can swim, so they don't need to wear a PFD or life jacket. Swimming does not prevent us from drowning. It definitely reduces the risk, but it's never going to prevent us if something were to happen. The other one people say is that if they fall in the water and they need that PFD, they'll just put it on. The reality is if you're in a boat and you fall out of the boat or the boat tips over, nothing says that life jacket's going to be anywhere near you. Nothing says that you're going to be in any condition to put that PFD or life jacket on. Really, I look at a PFD or a life jacket almost like wearing a seatbelt in a car. We wouldn't drive around without that seatbelt thinking, well, if I'm going to get in a car accident as I'm crashing, I'll put that seatbelt on.
Parents and caregivers are also reminded to keep a close watch over small children near any body of water. And if you see someone in distress in the water, call 911 immediately and try to help the victim from a safe distance by throwing in a rope or other flotation device until help arrives. According to stats from the Life Saving Society, approximately 20 to 30 accidental drowning deaths occur each year in Saskatchewan, with 400 recorded nationally. W.W. Smith Insurance has reached a milestone as it celebrates its centennial. Having served Southwest Saskatchewan for the past 100 years, W.W. Smith Insurance is your motor license issuer, while specializing in all of your personal and commercial needs, including home, auto, agro, business, and life insurance. W.W. Smith Insurance, independently owned and operated since 1913.
Our company helps tell your story and provides you with the solution on how to market your business. Because making a great video is only half the equation. You have to know how to use it.
We have done major.
The Lyric Theatre in Swift Current was the host site for the annual Chautauqua Festival. We bring you all the highlights in this report. This Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest feature is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Summer is a busy time for the entertainment circuit, and entertainers from across Canada brought their one-act productions to the Swift Current stage for the annual Chautauqua Festival. As the crowds made their way through the doors of the Lyric Theatre, they were greeted by an atmosphere set back in the 1920s, complete with ragtime music, penny candy, and thirst-quenching lemonade. Now, with the scene set for the festival, local entertainers warmed up the crowd with an array of music and other demonstrations. The main attractions included 6 one-act plays, from childhood-inspired features to lighthearted comedy. Fools for Love was one of the many crowd pleasers throughout the weekend, as the Edmonton-based duo brought their story to life on the stage.
The show I do with Rocket is called Fools for Love, and we call it an action-packed romantic comedy in red nose. So it's like an action movie and a romantic comedy all mashed up together. And there's like a bunch of mime and action sequences, and we go to the carnival and a picnic, and there's lots of stuff, but we only use 2 chairs and a couple of dolls and a few other things that are surprises.
And with a busy schedule lined up for the summer across Canada and the U.S., the duo were pleased to return to Chautauqua for a second year.
You know, around 130 people or so is beautiful for us because we would like to be able to see people, and we don't, that big rock star stadium thing, you may as well stay home and watch Netflix.
Chautauqua was an overall hit throughout the weekend, with festival organizers saying it grows each year, drawing in talent from across the summer circuit.
Everybody goes to Winnipeg Fringe. Some people are bringing the show they're bringing here to Winnipeg Fringe, some people are bringing another show to the Winnipeg Fringe, but basically because we're only a few hours away from Winnipeg and the weekend before, it's pretty easy. I just do some research on some shows that I think would go over really well here, and I find them on Facebook or send them emails, and I say, hey, we have a festival the weekend before Winnipeg. Can you come out and perform? And we've had some really great response. We're actually starting to get a bit of a reputation, and some performers who have hit shows would contact us and say, you know, we're touring with this show, and we hear that you have a great festival. Can we apply?
The 2013 Chautauqua Festival marked its 6th year and runs every July at the Lyric Theatre in Swift Current.
Thanks, Lydia. Hey, you're right, everybody! And the Olympic Games are celebrating!
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.